My name is Jeanette Francis. This video is to prove that I have several valid cases of battery against the Crown in South Australia, the Crown in New South Wales, and numerous Australian registered medical practitioners, or medical doctors I should say, in both states. The battery is multi-levelled. Initially, I was grievously battered by two Adelaide police who illegally arrested me and imprisoned me. During the false arrest, they intentionally dislocated my shoulder and hand, systematically and silently brutalising me, despite that I was not resisting arrest. This brutalisation occurred on 2nd of May 2007, the day after my 51st birthday. I'm a female. I weighed about 52 kilograms at the time. Then I was battered on the same day by several more police at the police station when they unsuccessfully attempted to take my finger and palm prints on my dislocated hand, with two police at a time, both pushing down with all their weight on top of my dislocated hand, unsuccessfully trying to flatten it. As you can see, the thumb won't sit down. They were trying to flatten it to take a palm print for the machine. That's a blister from gardening. The subsequent multi-events of battery occurred when medical doctors refused to acknowledge that my hand is dislocated. A nurse tried to relocate my dislocated shoulder on the same arm without success. It eventually popped back of its own accord about 2.5 years after the battery, but not before I had attended emergency department of several Adelaide hospitals in tears with the pain, pleading for help. In the 5-year period from 2006, I have about 7 kilograms of radiology film, which doesn't represent all the radiology tests as some were that I've had in that period, as some were digital and a couple have mysteriously vanished. I was unsuccessful in finding an Adelaide lawyer to represent me for the battery on 2nd of May 2007 for the breaches of my common law rights in the unprovoked police ambush. So I attempted to represent myself in a civil suit against the state of South Australia circa 2009. However, I was refused my common law rights to sue the state Crown, the state of South Australia, because I refused to file a statement of claim on the instruction of the corrupt Adelaide District Court judge who had carriage of the hearing, who claimed he had privately arranged a lawyer who was hostile to me to produce the said statement of claim that omitted to note the brutalisation by the Safehole police officers on 2nd of May 2007. That judge has since resigned. My hand is still dislocated, as you can see, and if I put pressure on my thumb, it's very painful. When I use a computer mouse in the same hand, it's very painful in my wrist. Therefore, my wrist is very weak. The level of discomfort is worse now than when it was when the battery occurred 10 years ago. So I've had 10 constant years of pain in this hand because I haven't been able to get medical attention. And yes, that lump there is an abnormality. as well as the obvious one there, where the dislocation occurred. Any decent person would be able to easily see that my hand is visually dislocated. You can see the lump. You can see that the thumb won't go down. When you compare my other hand, I don't have a lump in the same place, and I can put my, that's also another, I caught that. I can put my other hand flat, but I can't put my right hand flat. I'm right-handed, by the way. As you would expect, I have multiple other valid common law claims against the state of South Australia. This is just one of many. And medical practitioners registered in Australia, and numerous falsely claimed independent complaints handling bodies in Adelaide. The other matters are harder to establish to a layman due to the absence of physical deformity that you can see in the hand. Anyone with functioning eyes and a brain can see that lump on my hand and that I can't put my hand flat. So, I put it to you, decent people out there. If so many breaches of my common law rights have happened in the past 10 years to me, now, I came from New South Wales 10 years ago. I haven't lived in Adelaide all my life. I was born in New South Wales. So if so many breaches have happened to me, a peaceful, law-abiding, mature-aged female who has represented her community multiple times in the past, then there's a high probability that I'm one of potentially thousands of Australians in similar situations. And we're all thrown on the proverbial rubbish heap because the state crown knows we can't afford private lawyers and that legal aid doesn't fund common law civil suits. Therefore, I seek your support in this quest